friends, welcome to Therapy Thursdays on Louisiana Living. We are physical therapy and balance centers. I am Angela Yarborough and this is Dr. Jerry Yarborough. And what are we doing here? Well, we are talking about different disease processes, and we are just talking about different ailments, different things that keep you from loving your life. That is one of our mottos, is love your life. And we just wanted to give back to the community and just give you some things that you can do for some things that might be preventing you from loving your life. So why don't you tell us exactly what we're going to be doing?
All right. First, like I said, I'm Dr. Jerry Yarborough, physical therapist, and my sweet wife, Angela. By trade, she's actually a nurse. So, together, I opened the Jonesboro clinic about 20 years ago. I actually have about 27 years experience as a therapist. And then 7 years ago, we opened up here in Ruston. And just about 3 weeks ago, we opened up in ElDorado, Arkansas now. So what we're doing, like she said, is we're talking about different diseases or impairments that are affecting your quality of life. And at Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, our desire is to help you love your life. So we're going to discuss those impairments. We're going to discuss how physical and occupational therapy can help you rehab from those impairments. And then we're going to always give you a takeaway of what you can start doing immediately to start making a change in your life and improving your quality of life. So again, come and see us every Thursday here on Louisiana Living. You can look us up on myarclemis.com or our personal Facebook page, physicalruston.com. Or you can even go to our Facebook page or even our YouTube channel. We have lots of videos and lots of education out there to help educate the community. Now, we want you to come back in the next two segments in which we'll start talking about certain ailments or impairments. And then, like I said, what physical and occupational therapy can help you overcome those impairments. And then again, we're always going to leave off with what you can do immediately to start helping improve your quality of life. So come back and see us and we'll get started. Thank you. Welcome to Therapy Thursdays here in Louisiana Living. I'm Dr. Jerry Yarborough, owner of Physical Therapy and Balance Centers of Ruston and Jonesboro, Louisiana, and ElDorado, Arkansas. And today we are privileged again to have Dr. Rachel Atkins here with us, and she's going to be teaching us about sleep and the importance of it and other tips she has for us. So yes. I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here today.
Yeah.
I'm excited to talk with you about improving your sleep habits. And you might be wondering why a physical therapist is talking about sleep. But we not only help to rehabilitate, we also help to promote people's health and wellness, which allows them to be able to heal and to love their life even more. In our country, we spend a lot of time focusing on our habits throughout the day, like nutrition and exercise, but we don't talk much about sleep, which actually consists of about 1/3 of our time in our life. And so we actually consider it to be a vital sign of health. Your quality of sleep can be considered another vital sign. You may know that on average, most adults need about 7 to 8 hours of sleep at night, but that does change for children and infants, so you might check those hourly recommendations on the CDC website. Sleep impacts our health in so many ways: our cardiovascular system, our neurological systems, our immune systems. It impacts our memory, our concentration, our moods. And there are about 50 to 70 million Americans who struggle with chronic sleep disturbance. And so you likely find yourself in a place where you might be struggling with chronic sleep loss. This can also lead to depression, increased incidence of diabetes, obesity, Alzheimer's, and even a decreased life expectancy. So it's very important for us to have healthy sleep habits to improve the quality of our sleep. There are many things in our lives that we can't control, but there are sleep tips, thankfully, that we can implement fairly easily by changing some habits. And so I'm very excited to share with you in the next segment a few practical tips to help improve the quality of your sleep. So please join us in the next segment so that we can help you improve that.
Awesome. I really appreciate that. And I kind of compare our sleep to like our cell phones. You know, if you don't plug in your cell phone, what's going to happen? It's going to die. And if you don't get proper sleep, you are, like you said, decreasing your life expectancy and creating other medical conditions that can be affected just by sleep. So our sleep is how we recharge our cells and our bodies, and it's so important. So we're so lucky to have you here today explaining that. And as you said, you guys come back in the next segment, and Dr. Rachel is going to explain some good tips to you on how to improve your sleep and your overall health. Thank you. Welcome back to Therapy Thursdays here in Louisiana Living. I'm Dr. Jerry Yarborough, physical therapist, and today we are privileged to have Dr. Rachel Atkins with us, and she's been talking to us about sleep, and she's going to share some good tips with us now.
Yes. As I go through these tips, I want to encourage you to choose one or two to change. These are lifestyle habits, and we're more likely to be successful when we focus on changing one or maybe two things at a time. So don't be overwhelmed as you listen to this list. First, I want to encourage you to make sure that you are having a good nutrition in your diet. The better you eat, the better you sleep. Try to avoid eating heavy meals or rich meals by about 2 hours before bedtime. Try to avoid drinking water or any other liquids more than an hour before bedtime. Some people think that drinking alcohol helps them to sleep better, and it does relax you at the time. However, alcohol has been shown to decrease the depth of your sleep in the middle of the night. And so we encourage you not to drink caffeine or alcohol within 4 to 6 hours of your bedtime. And also along the nutrition lines, be sure that you're getting enough water during the day, because fatigue and thirst both are masked as hunger, and you might be eating more than you need to if you're not getting enough water. You should be getting about 64 ounces a day. Another tip, if you're finding yourself having a hard time going to sleep or staying asleep at night, is to avoid daytime naps. If you need one, try to take a 15-minute power nap. But if you're having trouble sleeping at night, do try to avoid those daytime naps. If you find yourself with racing thoughts at night or worrying before going to bed, another tip is to journal. You might get up out of bed and write down the things that are on your mind, or work on delegating tasks or organizing your life a little bit more so that you don't have so many worries at night. Another tip that I find very useful is that you don't want to lie in bed for more than 20 minutes of being awake, trying to go to sleep. You can even set up a boredom basket in your living room that has books or crossword puzzles, and if you find yourself unable to go to sleep for more than 20 minutes, we recommend that you actually leave your bedroom and do something that might help you to relax more. In fact, experts say that you should really only use your bed for sleep and intimacy. Another tip is to make sure that your sleep environment promotes healthy sleep, which would be decreasing blue light. Most of us like to be on our phones or watching TV right before bed, but unfortunately that does not promote healthy sleep. And so if you can put your phone on a night mode, that would help. If you want white noise, consider a sound machine. And also remember to keep your room dark and cool, and that will help you sleep better. A few other tips I'll just briefly mention are to maintain a sleep schedule of going to bed at about the same time and waking up at about the same time, and that will help set your circadian rhythms. You might consider doing some calming activities before bed, like gentle stretching, deep breathing, taking a warm bath, those such things, getting into a good bedtime routine. And finally, exercising regularly will help you to improve your quality of sleep at night. So I hope you can implement one or two of these tips and improve the quality of your sleep and thereby improve your health.
Awesome, thank you. Those are great tips. You guys put those into action and come back next Thursday. We'll see you on Louisiana Living.